I've seen employers that will even give you accommodation, give you feeding, and even give you stipend. I've got good news. In case you're looking for other form or other type of visa that can enable you migrate to the UK, I'm going to be telling you the advantages, the disadvantages, how to apply, how much you need to apply, and everything you need to know about this visa. This visa is called Temporary Work Charity Worker Visa. The advantage of this visa is, number one, you're able to switch from this visa to other form of visa without you having to leave the UK. You're able to bring your family, which are your dependents, your partner, your children, to the UK. Another thing is your partner is allowed to work as long as much as they want. They can work and get even a permanent job, and from there you can find your way into switching your visa to other forms of visa that will enable you settle and remain in the UK. What you should know about this visa is for volunteers. That means you don't get paid. Before you get discouraged or you say, what should I do that for, I'm going to be telling you other benefits that you can get from having this visa. This visa is a volunteer visa, so you are not going to get paid. You shouldn't get paid while being on this visa. You shouldn't be paid by your employer even if you're in the UK. You shouldn't get paid and you're not eligible to public fund. Just like myself and so many people on even tier 2 visa, we are not eligible to public fund. You will not be eligible to public fund. Public fund is a whole lot of video for me to make videos about what public fund are and the things that you're eligible to or not eligible to. How much will you need to apply for this visa, or what will you be paying to apply for this visa? The visa is £259 for you, and you have to pay for immigration head surcharge for both you and your partner and all your dependents. So you're going to have to pay immigration head surcharge of £624 per year per dependent. Although this visa is a short-term visa which will allow you to be in the UK for up to 12 months, it is renewable. So that means if you're going to be paying your immigration head surcharge, you're going to be paying £624 plus visa fee of £259, which is just for you, and then you apply for your dependent, your partner, your children. I'm going to be dropping the link to this in the description box so that you can follow it and read more and understand more how this visa works. I've seen employers that will even give you accommodation, give you feeding, and even give you stipend, just like pocket money for you to go buy and get other things done. You can work on any job that is on the shortage occupation list. You can work, but you cannot work more than 20 hours, which is just going to be like a part-time job. But your partner is allowed to work as much as they want, and they can take any job. One thing I would think would be the advantage is if your partner is able to get a tier 2 job, you can then switch from your visa, because this visa will allow you to switch. You can then switch from your visa to their visa at the end of your contract or when you want to. But I'm going to say you shouldn't put all your egg in one basket. Don't just pack your bag and get your family and decide to come. Make sure you understand what you're getting into, and make sure you read your contract very, very well, because everything that you will need to know will be in your contract. Everything that you will do will be in your contract, and you have to weigh your option of, is this worth it? Is it worth leaving your job back home? Is it worth living your life back home? Is it worth living everything you've known, everything you've been doing back home, to coming and doing this job if you're not going to be getting paid, except you have your partner who's going to be helping you, and or if your employer is giving you enough money that will allow you to make ends meet. At the end of the first contract, you don't get another contract and you have to leave maybe after 12 months. Are you going to be happy? You need to weigh all these options before you go into, because I don't want to be the one to lead you or to mislead you into something that you end up at the end of the day regret. But just to let you know that this visa exists, and if you are up for it, it is worth it. Let's talk about things you can and cannot do on this type of visa. You can study, you can work for sponsors in the job described, in the same job described on your certificate of sponsorship. You can do a second job in the same sector at the same level of your main job for up to 20 hours. You can do a job on skilled work shortage occupation list for up to 20 hours, and then you can bring your family. What are the things you cannot do? You cannot receive payment for work. You cannot take permanent job, and you are not entitled to public fund. Okay, those are the things you cannot do on this visa. What are the job eligibility? What are the things you need to have to be able to apply for this visa? You need to have certificate of sponsorship from an eligible or approved sponsor. That means if you're getting this job, the job must be from one of the approved or accredited employers that will be able to issue you a certificate of sponsorship. You need to have evidence to show that you have enough money to take care of yourself of at least £1,270. You need to have this in the account, and you need to be able to show that you're the owner of this money. You cannot just go and deposit this money all of a sudden. This money must have been in your account for at least a period of 28 days. You need to have left it in the account and show that it is yours through your bank statement. And if you have maybe your job, pay slip, just something to show that you're responsible and you are the owner of this money. You need to be able to show that you can take care of yourself, and you need to be able to show that you can take care of your dependents, or that your dependents can take care of themselves as well, by showing maybe your partner's pay slip, your partner's bank account statement, and things like that. You must also be 18 and over. You must be 18 years and above, because you need to be an adult to consent to coming to work for someone in the UK. And if you do not have this money and your employer is able or has agreed to sponsor you, it is going to be acceptable. That's called like maintenance letter. They need to indicate it in your certificate of sponsorship, or give you another letter to say they will take care of you if you need the money, or they will take care of your dependent, just in form of maintenance in case you become broke, and so you don't become the government responsibility. So what are the requirements, or what are the things you will need to be able to apply for the visa? Just like I said, the job does not need any specific requirement, but for the visa you need to have at least your tuberculosis test, your results showing that you don't have tuberculosis. You need to have your certificate of sponsorship number or certificate of sponsorship letter. You need to have a job, an offer letter. You need to show your proof of fund that you can take care of yourself, and you need to be able to show that you're in a relationship with your partner and you have a relationship with your children that you're applying for, either by showing their birth certificate or by showing your marriage certificate, your legal document to show that those dependents are related to you and not just coming just because you're in the UK. And those are the things you need to submit for you to be able to get your visa approved. You must make sure in your passport that at least there's one page that is blank and it is valid for it to be stamped. Then if your document is not in English, you need to translate, or you need a translated version. Of course, you're applying to an English speaking country. They're not going to translate it for you, so it has to be written and typed in English. You can also extend this visa by another 12 months, depending on where your contract is, or if you get another job, you can switch this visa. The money your dependent will need to support themselves will be your partner. Your children must have a certain amount of money available to support themselves while they're in the UK, and your children must be below 18. You know that. You or your partner will need £285 for your partner. So your partner will need to show that they have £285 to support themselves. Your child, your first child, we need to show they have £350 for one child and 200 for each additional child. So if you have 3 children, the first one we need to show £315, while subsequent children or the other children we need to show 200 each, that pounds that they can use to support themselves. And the good thing is you can apply from within the UK, from outside the UK for this visa. You need to go for biometric, where they will just take your fingerprints, take your picture, and those are the things you need to know about this visa. Just that you don't get paid, but you know there are other advantages, other benefits that is associated or attached to this visa. And the good thing is, if you're going to be getting fed, getting accommodation, and working, especially if you're working, let's say you're doing a living carer, you're working within the person's house, you don't need to transport. You can then save whatever you're giving as upkeep, or what your partner will earn. You can save it towards whatever you want to do in life. It is actually one good way to migrate to the UK. And the thing is, you don't even need IELTS. You don't need IELTS. You don't need to prove English. So see, this is an opportunity. I'm going to be telling you employers that are currently employing in the UK. Employer that I know can help you process your Tier 5 visa. Lachi in the UK. Lachi, look at this, is it. I'm going to be attaching, you may not be able to see it properly. I'm going to be attaching the link to these people. I'm going to be attaching the link in the description box. If you just kindly just go through it and see what they do and how they can support you, everything what they do for living carers, either for people with disability or without disability, depending on what your job role is. If you apply to this company, they'll be able to help you. Link in the description box. Apply to this company in the description box and see if they can help you. I wish you good luck in all you do. I wish you good luck in all your endeavor. I hope this video has helped you or helped someone. Kindly share. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Until then, take care, stay safe, and I wish you good luck. Bye.